In this stadium, connected to Citywest Hotel, asylum seekers sleep temporarily on beds, the floor, or even chairs. They will stay here for an indefinite period until they are transferred to long-term direct provision centres. The residents told the Irish Mirror that they were being treated differently to the hotel residents next door. They say they have to wait for hours to get meals for lunch and do not have access to laundry, doctors, or PPS numbers. On the 1st of June, the government agreed to a lease of €10 million to rent the Citywest Hotel for 2 years to accommodate refugees. The Irish Mirror contacted the Department of Integration to discern the contract details and the difference in costs between the stadium and the hotel residents. The department told the Mirror that they are not in a position to comment on contractors or contractual matters due to the commercially sensitive nature of this information.
There is a big difference between the treatment of Ukrainian refugees and those from the rest of the world. There are special dining rooms for Ukrainian refugees. They are normally transferred within a couple of days, while we get transferred on average in around 6 weeks.
The Department of Integration said that they are not in a position to comment on individual complaints. They say, IPAS is always available to deal with any complaints from residents, who are encouraged to engage with IPAS if they are unhappy with any aspect of their accommodation. However, where a significant complaint or a resident is not comfortable raising a complaint with a centre manager, they may make the complaint directly or through a representative authorised to act on their behalf to the IPAS customer service team. IPAS also funds a dedicated NGO-run helpline where residents can raise any concerns on issues they may have.
The issue with the Citywest we have been addressing it for the past 2 months actually now. All right. In the month of end of June, beginning of July, it was a chaotic situation there, where there were a lot of people that were living didn't have a bed. They were living on the floors. They were sleeping on the floors, and some were sleeping on the chairs. All right, and we did address that we went public on that. We were on TV addressing that. We also approached the Department of International Protection, IPAS, accommodation services, of which their response is only about the fact that the numbers are too high. But we are saying, regardless of what the situation is, the basic human rights, the fundamental basic human rights in terms of giving that support in relation to the EU directive that for reception conditions, that the government still has that obligation to make sure that people are treated with care. There are people that would have been in that place for more than 3 weeks or sometimes 4 weeks, and with no proper human way of living, no proper shower, no proper bed, no privacy. You can understand a day or two where a person is going to be moved, but when it's going to be a long term, it just shows that there is some relaxation from the people. Recently, there are people that have been moved. They've been moving people ad hocly from that place to other people. There are people that have been there for about 4 weeks, that they moved them to Wicklow now. There are people that I know that they moved to Wicklow Grand Hotel. But as Mercy, we are very, very concerned with the way that the people are living there, and we are in contact with residents on a continuous basis and we do get the first-hand information about what is happening there, which is a shame, really, that it is still going on like that. And people are told, I'm sure you have been told that as well, that the first preference is given to the people that are coming from Ukraine in terms of getting a proper space. Okay. And also the fact that even the people from Ukraine, they have because there's a hall there apparently, and they will have some kind of a demarcation of the area that they want to occupy, which have got plugs. They can plug their phones and everything, and anybody else doesn't have that. It's a very, very serious concern that we have with regard to that. And the fact that as well, what we have seen, the government, from the very first time that the Ukrainian crisis cropped in our shores, and the attitude of the government, which we commend in terms of the fair treatment of them, but that treatment meant that there was kind of a shift of attention to categorize different kind of refugees, that when they are coming from Ukraine and white, they get all the services that they get. Those that are coming, even those that are coming from Ukraine, if they are not white, they have been stuck to the international protection application. The people that were in Ukraine and they're unfortunately not looking as the same as the people from Ukraine.
When just after we finished application, they told us we're gonna to drop you somewhere you can stay until we give you accommodation, or we give you some place to live. They send us to Citywest Hotel. When we just listened this, we said, oh, it's okay. They said to us, like from 1 day, 2 days until 1 week, we're gonna to like transfer you one more time to your accommodation. And we came here. We didn't find the hotel. The hotel, Citywest Hotel, was for Ukrainian people only. And they just drove us in basketball stadium, but just basketball stadium or something like this. And there is almost like 500, more than 500 person or 500 people there.
The department said that there are two separate dining areas. One is for Citywest Hotel guests, the second is for those staying at the Ukrainian transit hub. Both are international protection applicants and beneficiaries of temporary protection. The department said that for both international protection applicants and beneficiaries of temporary protection, it is not possible to provide the current estimated waiting period, as it depends on the accommodation availability. The Irish Mirror approached the Citywest Hotel management for a response, but we have yet to receive one.